Prince of Peace. It's your youth ministry intern Anna here, and today we're going to be reflecting on this Sunday's gospel, which comes from Matthew chapter 22 verses 15 to 21. And so in this gospel reading, the disciples come to Jesus and ask if it was right and just that they pay taxes to Caesar, who, was in charge of the Roman Empire. And it was kind of set up to trap Jesus and try to make him say something hypocritical, which obviously really angered Jesus, because why would he do that? And so in verse 21, Jesus says to them, "Pay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and pay to God what belongs to God." And this is kind of like a first example of the separation of church and state, because Jesus obviously had no jurisdiction over whether or not taxes are paid and owed. That was not his role. That was not what he came to do. That was not his mission, was to take away taxes. His mission was to spread the word of God and let people know that they were loved by God. And so this angered him, because even though they didn't like the Romans being there at that time, the Romans were collecting taxes. They weren't necessarily doing anything unlawful. And so though it took money away from the people, it wasn't anything for Jesus to get angry over, or for him to say, "Oh no, we should fight this." And it's kind of an example of knowing what things we can fight and what things we should focus on to center ourselves towards God and what brings us closer to him. And fighting those taxes would not have brought anyone closer to God. And so we can kind of see this in our everyday life, especially at school, because there can be so many just like crazy rules, and like getting a parking pass, or dealing with strict rules, or having to sit in a really boring class. They're things that are not always very fun to us. But we can take these lessons that we learn, and some things at school you just can't really fight, you can't really change. But we can take all of the lessons that we learn and actually center them towards our faith. Because you can do virtually anything and tie in your faith to it. And so take these lessons that you're learning, because we go to school to learn, and take these lessons and shape them into something great. Find what you're passionate about and figure out how you can tie in your faith with that. Whether it's something relational, writing, historical, almost anything, even sciences, you can tie into your faith. And, so remember not to let the smaller things get in your way of achieving your goals, and don't let the smaller things get in the way of centering yourself towards Christ. Take these lessons and make something great with them. And make sure all of your actions that you do are centered towards Christ too, because that's the way to live the happiest life. So I hope this is helpful to you. I hope it finds you well. I hope you have a very happy Sunday and a very happy rest of your week. Thanks. Bye.